Welcome, football fans. You are live with Morgan Holder with Third Down with Morgan Holder. I am Morgan. Holder is VI with us by phone, and he's in Washington.
And I'm Jose. Welcome to the show.
Just a quick update, Holder. I'm gonna let people know that you're kind of sick, so it's gonna be his voice might be kind of scratchy, but that's why he's under the weather. With that being said, I'm gonna
You're
start.
going to be under the weather by the time the show is over.
I doubt it, Holder. I doubt it. Let me tell you why. I get that in a little bit. I'm gonna start off my way of give a shout out to First Take Undisputed and Mike and Mike.
Every week. Okay, I guess I better get used to it.
Oh, definitely. I understand what you do and what you like, but
Everybody knows the pivot with RC, Ryan Clark, who also plays side by side in Washington. It's your boy, what was that safety that died at such a young age?
Sean Taylor.
Sean Taylor. Played side by side with Sean. So
I mean, we know why you like that show because of Ryan Clark. We get it. He's a Pittsburgh Steelers player. And you're a Pittsburgh fan.
Super Bowl winning Pittsburgh Steelers. Okay.
I mean, I don't know too much about Ryan Clark. I don't think he was that great, but okay.
Speak for yourself and get up. Those are my three in that order. I don't know why you don't have order, but in that order.
I don't need order. I definitely don't need order.
You have to want to see one show more than you want to see another.
I like all the shows. Don't get me wrong. No particular order. I like them all. But hold on. What I'm about to say is it's a long time waiting, right? Because of I'm gonna say defensive player of the year multiple times. J.J. Watt is calling it quits after this season. What's your take on that? Do you think it's a long time coming, or do you think he has a little bit left in the tank?
No, I just think he's ready to quit. It's a decision. He's got his baby. He's 2 months old.
Definitely. Do you think he's riding out in sunset in style with Arizona, or do you think he should have retired as a Houston Texan since he spent most of his career in Houston?
I don't know. It's up to him, really. But he is, to me, a first ballot Hall of Famer.
That you took the next question out of my mouth. I was going to ask that. I believe he's a first ballot Hall of Famer as well. I mean, again, look the records he made. Even the franchise with the Houston Texans, he made a lot of records. Multiple time defensive player of the year. Back in my mind, I wish he had a Super Bowl, but at the same time, I know everybody can't get a Super Bowl. But yeah, he's definitely first ballot Hall of Famer.
Yeah, not even off the field.
Yeah, he helps the community out. Yeah,
that he set up for the city of Houston when they had that major flood thing. He raised all that money.
Oh, definitely, and you can't count the things he does outside of that. Sending people gifts and such that message him. Like on Twitter, there's a lot of people that has taken part of Watt, and he's giving back to those people. So yeah, the things he does off the field is definitely a big contribute to why he's a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Yeah, he's a man.
Oh, definitely. Man, did you watch that Green Bay or in Miami Dolphin game, or did you watch a little bit of it? I know you work different time zone, but I just wanted to ask you if you seen that game.
I seen parts of that game. Didn't Tua throw like 90 interceptions?
I'm glad you brought Tua up because, man, you remember when we talked about him having a concussion, right? And how he should call it, and go ahead and say he's done for the year. He is back in protocol. Like, What does this mean for his future? Because it's like it's happened, a few weeks apart.
Yeah, I mean, it just his noggin is not built for football. At least not NFL football.
I mean, I don't think, and I could be wrong. I'm not playing. I didn't play in that game. I don't think that tackle was that hard. But again, when your head hits the turf, it's possible. I I believe they should go ahead and. I mean, I don't think they're going to make the playoffs anyways. I think they lost too many games to make the playoffs. To go ahead and let them sit the last two games out and re-revise everything next year. That's how I feel about Tua. Because putting them in that situation, it's going to cause them a long life of questionables, of CTE, coming really soon, or some kind of brain trauma that's going to happen sooner than later.
And let Bridgewater run the team. Oh,
That's what I'm saying. I didn't say run the team. I'm just saying let's go. I don't think Miami's making the playoffs. I don't see it happening. That's what I'm saying. Go ahead and let Tua sit out the last two games, and let's go ahead and readvise of what's going to happen in the future. Because to me, go ahead
and let Bridgewater run the team.
I mean, Miami might be able to draft a quarterback or even trade for one. I mean, Lamar Jackson's a free agent. Just saying.
I'm just joking, but I'm just, I don't think football is in his future. Because, like you said, the hit didn't look that hard, but that's how easy it is for him to get concussed. If it's a hit that's not really, any other player would just bounce back up. And go back to the huddle and play normal football.
Absolutely. I mean, maybe he should do what Pittsburgh's doing for Kenny Pickett, because the helmet they got from Kenny Pickett, I think it was going to help. Maybe that's what Miami should do. Maybe Miami should do that same thing that Pitt's doing for Kenny Pickett. Maybe giving him more padding in that helmet. I know the helmet that Kenny Pickett has, he has to wear a visor, but go ahead and do that for Tua. Save him the trouble, I don't think Miami's looking out for their players.
That's what I mean, the NFL is the NFL. I mean, if you got guys that have concussion issues, it shouldn't be an individual team decision. The NFL should be under that umbrella to use those helmets. So I don't know. I don't know. I think is Tua came back too soon. Like,
I think he should sit out the rest of the year, and I said that from the time he got hurt in Buffalo. When he tried to play against Cincinnati that next week, I think his season was over with. I mean, he's in his early 20s. I mean, he has a whole life ahead of him, and he might not even see it.
Yeah, it's up to the Miami Dolphins, but it's up to him,
I mean, absolutely. I know he wants that money. I know he loves football. But if it was me, I feel like Tua made enough money already. Go ahead and become a coach. Become, a quarterback's coach. Work your way up in the ranks. I mean, hell, half the coaches make more than some of those NFL players. So I don't know.
Yeah, well, I guess we'll see.
Absolutely. On to some upsets, man. I'm going to call you out on this one because you talk about the Jags and how they upset teams and how good they can be, but you picked them last week, or you picked the Jets last week to beat the Jags. How did you like the Jags beating the Jets?
I could care less. They're not my team.
Oh, I know they're not your team.
Pick what I thought was going to happen. So, I mean, to be honest with you, that could have went either way.
Oh, definitely. I feel like if Mike White played, I feel like the Jets would have won. Zach Wilson, I think his time in New York is done. Did you hear the crowd boo him before they sent him out? Like, that crowd actually booed him.
Crowds boo other players, crowds, boo coaches.
Yeah, but could you
That's just
imagine this is supposed to be the franchise quarterback of your team, and he's getting booed? Like,
yeah, that's
and you know, it's like his I'm gonna say his first full season almost, and he got booed. Do you put blame at? Do you put blame on the Jets for drafting him, or do you put the blame on the Jets for not getting him help?
Well, he's no Kenny Pickett, that's for sure.
Oh, definitely.
And this is his second year, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Still young though.
So I don't know.
He was a rookie last year.
You can blame a lot on coaching. You can blame a lot on him just being a rookie, basically, because he didn't get a lot of playing time last year.
It's true. That is true.
And just going through his bumps and bruises and learning. I mean, look at your boy Danny Dimes. This is what his 19th year.
Oh man, don't go there. This you know this is his fourth year, but he's doing better this year. But we ain't talking about Daniel Jones. We ain't talking about Jones.
Look how long it took him. Why won't you give Zach Wilson the same amount of time?
That's true. But here's the thing, though. When you look at it, because Trevor Lawrence and Zach Wilson came out at the same time, right? Trevor Lawrence is progressing really well with no offensive weapons.
But look how much more playing time.
That is true. He played the whole year.
Trevor Lawrence, yeah.
And started out with Urban Meyer, who got fired middle of the season last year. So that's to say something about Jags. I mean, the Jags are trying to build a winning team over there. I don't think the Jets is close to trying to build a winning team.
No, I'm not giving up on Zach Wilson just yet.
No, I'm not saying give up on him. I believe that the Jets should buckle down. Maybe give him some linemen, a nice wideout. I mean, the running back before he got hurt, he was decent. And then you got Sauce Gardner on defense. So yeah, so work on the defense, work on that line, maybe a wideout. I don't know.
Yeah, because weapons make the difference. Protection makes a difference.
Oh, definitely.
And the defense is the right.
And running.
Be the reason for it. If he's not seeing or recognizing blitzes, and he's not calling out the protection right, then he could be hurt himself. So.
Oh, definitely. And you got to think too. Like with not getting a lot of playing time, maybe he doesn't know how to read defense all the way yet. Even though he should, because he's played. He's a quarterback. He's played 4 years in college. He's playing, NFL level, but maybe he doesn't know how to do that yet.
Clearly.
I mean, I don't know. I guess we'll find out what happens in the offseason. I wouldn't mind having Zach Wilson for the Vikings. I don't think he's a bad guy. He's way better than Baker Mayfield. But, I mean.
You like Baker Mayfield.
Man, I don't like Baker Mayfield. You know that. I don't want to talk about that guy. Anyways. Hey, I got to give it to the Cowboys. Cowboys beat Philadelphia. I'm happy that they beat Philadelphia. I'm not a Cowboys fan. But Minnesota's still in the running for having the number one seed in NFC because Philadelphia lost. Philadelphia needs to lose 2 more games. The last 2 games. But
I can't believe that you think Dallas beat Philadelphia with Minshew at quarterback. Come on.
Hey, Minshew did good.
Jalen Hurts was playing. Dallas wouldn't have won.
Oh, definitely not. But Minshew did pretty good to play against a good defense that Dallas has. And yes, I did say Dallas has a good defense. I mean, Minshew had.
How many points were scored that game?
How many points? 40-34.
That's a good defense, huh?
Just saying. Because you gotta think Micah Parsons. You gotta think about Micah Parsons, right? He rushes the quarterback like no other. He can make stops. You got Diggs who could defend, any receiver throwing at him. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. A good defense. Good defense. Not the best defense, but it's good. It's good enough to give him that win.
Points from a backup. Come on, man.
It's good enough to give him that win. And if he didn't throw 2 picks, they would have won. Because here's my take: he had 355 yards, 355 yards as a backup quarterback. That's pretty good.
If you say so. Yeah, actually, that is good. But
I mean, he went 24.
still,
He went 24. Definitely, he went 24 for 40, which sucks. But again, if he didn't throw his 2 interceptions, they would have won.
Yeah,
I mean, they shut down. They shut down Elliott and Tony Pollard. I mean, Lamb killed him. He had 120 yards and 2 touchdowns. So,
true.
I mean, they got to work on some things there in Philly. I'm hoping it takes them, at the end of the season, because I want Minnesota to get the number 1 seed, of course. But there's some things that teams can do.
Not going back.
We don't know about that, big guy. We don't know about that. You should be happy, though, because the next topic is Pitt, that they honor the late, great Harris with a win over the Raiders, 13-10. You should be happy about that.
You know what I'm going to tell you? I'm going to let you just talk about everything you want to talk about, and then I'm going to ask you the question to see if you were paying attention to that game.
I'm not going to lie to you. I really wasn't paying attention to that game. It wasn't my game. I was listening, but I wasn't really watching because I honestly thought Pitt was going to lose.
Of course you did.
I mean, I'll watch Pitt because that's your team, so I try to keep up with them, but I'm not a big Pittsburgh fan. But here's my question to you. Derek Carr, this might be his last game. That might have been his last game as a starter in Las Vegas because now he's sitting the bench. Do you think he's done in Las Vegas? Do you think his time is up? I mean, 3 interceptions.
Carr's time is up after he got hurt and was clearly on the road to the Super Bowl.
I remember that.
They lost only 2 games that season.
Oh, I remember that, yeah.
And after that, when you come back from a major knee injury,
You're not the same. I mean, look at Bridgewater.
you're not the same. You're not the same. I mean, you look at Bridgewater, you look at Devin Bush, you look at a lot of Bud Dupree.
Yeah, but I forgot about Dupree. Bud Dupree was really good. I forgot about that.
Hasn't done anything with the Titans, but
I mean, Pickett.
Raider fans aren't happy with him.
I mean, pick and choose. I really thought Carr was going to be good this year because I told you, hey, they got Devontae Adams. He was like, who cares? What does that matter, right? And it shows they have no chemistry like I figured they would because I can't blame the coaching on this one because they have good plays drawn up. It's Derek Carr that can't get him the ball.
I don't think it would have made a difference if they had AB and AB didn't, make things difficult. If he would have stayed there, I don't think it would have been any better. Carr is just not a terrible quarterback. He's just jinxed.
I think he's in the wrong system. I think he reminds me so much of Kirk Cousins. When I say that, he's a shotgun quarterback. He has to be a shotgun formation to be good. I mean,
probably he's not old.
No. He's in his mid-20s. He still has time. He should have progressed over the years, and this year it seems like he hasn't done that.
You're right.
But man, Pickett did his thing though. He went 26 for 39. He threw 1 interception, but he had 244 yards with a touchdown. That's pretty impressive. Especially coming in and coming back from being, concussed. So
Kenny Pickett is always improved with each game. He shows improvement.
So what was the question you?
Young weapons. They're all young. That's what I like about this team. They're all young. And when they start learning the game, this team is going to be unstoppable.
So the question I got to
granted, if they do it before Minkah Fitzpatrick and all those other guys start aging.
Well, Fitzpatrick is I think he's in his mid-20s too, so he's good. Watson is mid-20s, so they still got time to progress. Still, chemistry's coming. Now the question I got for you was I was reading Matt Canada might be done after this year. Do you agree with that?
So.
Do you agree with that, or do you think it's just a hearsay?
I hope so. I really hope so.
I know you listen to
It's terrible. Did you watch the post game with Steve Smith?
I don't really watch no post games. I don't.
Steve Smith said Matt Canada offense is very Saturday-ish. He said, this is big boy football Sunday. So he's done. I think Canada's done.
So let me ask you a question.
And he's got all those weapons and don't know how to call plays.
So so even though I don't think the coach is going to let Jeff Saturday go, but would you like to have Jeff Saturday on your team calling the offensive plays? No?
No, would not.
I just wanted to ask.
I would like that guy in Kansas City.
Because Jeff Saturday isn't bad.
Jeff Saturday is fine where he is in a coaching position. I don't think Jeff Saturday knows the ins and outs of X's and O's when it comes to drawing up plays.
That's true. But here's the thing, though. It's going to take time, right? But he's played the game. He played the game for so long, he knows the ins and outs. Maybe that's a step forward that he can help them with, you know?
I think Jeff Saturday is going to be sitting where he's at. I don't think they're going to.
You don't think the coach is going to let him go?
No. He's just like Peyton Manning. He's a part of Indianapolis, man. He's a big part of Indianapolis.
Oh, definitely. I give you that. With anything going on in the NFL, coaches changing, players being traded, anything's possible. I just want to ask a question. So.
Yeah, I like Jeff Saturday. I like Jeff Saturday better as an analyst or statistician, but you just have to get used to seeing him walking the sideline.
Oh, definitely. So, next question I got for you, because Denver fired their head coach. What do you see him be?
Wait a minute. Hold it. We didn't finish talking about the Pittsburgh game.
No, that's what I was going to ask. Is do you see Denver's head coach going to Pittsburgh as an offensive coordinator?
I don't know who's going to go, but Steelers are real picky about that kind of stuff.
And I'm just asking these questions because I know you listen to a lot of Pittsburgh podcasts and
I listen to a lot of stuff, but Pittsburgh is so very picky, so it's hard to tell. That's why the whole Mitch Trubisky thing threw me way off. I didn't see that coming.
Yeah, I don't like him. I think Mitch is the reason why Haskins passed away so young, because it was his ideal to have everybody go down there in Florida.
But anyway, the game ended, right?
Right.
50 years ago, on December 23rd, December 24th, what was the score in that Immaculate Reception game?
13-10.
Negative. Nice try.
No, it was like what?
It was 13-6.
Oh, I was gonna say 14-6.
And the Steelers scored 13 points in this game with a few seconds left on the clock.
Absolutely.
Which was great. Brilliant.
Now,
and George Pickens got it set down.
Oh, definitely. Let me ask you this question. Did you like the idea of having Pittsburgh wear the number 32 jersey?
Absolutely. Who wouldn't? Come on.
So do you think they should honor him?
Without saying.
Do you think they should honor him for the next 2 games, or do you think that it's done?
No, I think it's done because that was his anniversary. That was his anniversary night, and they retired his jersey. But I think he just because you noticed they didn't put any stickers on their helmets to honor him. They just did the 32 flag. Here's something I really didn't like either.
Go ahead.
I don't know if you saw the ceremony. Did you see the ceremony?
No, I don't watch post games or anything like that.
It wasn't post game. It was halftime.
Oh, and I don't watch halftime stuff.
Anyway, they presented his wife with his jersey, which I'm sure.
I remember.
3,000 of those.
I was gonna say I remember.
3,000 of those.
I remember turning back to the game.
Right.
I remember turning back to the game. I seen that, but I didn't watch it all.
So they presented with his jersey, and it's not even framed. It's just the jersey.
Well, I think they got one framed, but it's. I don't think they wanted to. I think they wanted to do that because it was one of the, like for example, right? Kenny Pickett probably had that jersey on, and he probably gave it to him.
Let me ask you this. So you go ahead and dig that out and show me the jersey they were going to actually give.
I'm just saying. That's a big possibility. Big possibility.
Do your research. Do your research for that and get back to it.
I'm definitely going to
because so corny.
Because yeah, that makes me want to know why they did that. Because
you know, for me, it's just I know they gave her the game ball.
Definitely, yeah.
But a legend like that,
he needed.
He's got 32 jerseys at home, right?
Right.
So they should have had something special made.
Oh, definitely. Maybe the winning something about the winning touchdown he did. Against the Raiders.
I mean, they should have just had something special made with. They could have done better than that, and I know it's short notice, but at the same time,
they could have done something.
When you've got billions of dollars, you can have something made.
Oh, definitely overnight, even definitely.
Exactly.
Now, let me ask you.
Anyway,
let me ask you a question, because some people doesn't know this. When we worked together, I have the picture still that you sent to me, and you said Sean's twin brother. It was me and Franco Harris. Do you really think we look alike?
Didn't I send you the picture of you and Franco Harris because you didn't know who he was?
I did. I just want to verify why you thought we looked alike.
You look like him, so you might die when you're 72.
I died before that. Oh, man. You know what, Holder? I had a good week, man. Let me tell you why that was a good weekend.
Jesus.
Minnesota locks up the NFC North with a win, man. That was great. Even though...
Barely.
Hold on. We ain't talking about barely. A win's a win. Y'all barely beat Las Vegas. By the way.
Barely.
But the teams that we beat...
we beat Vegas by more than you won.
Y'all won by 3 points. 3-10.
Y'all only won by 3 points.
I'm just saying. Barely. Both teams. Barely.
And who are you playing?
We're playing a Giant. We played the Giants, who still has a playoff.
Exactly.
They still have a playoff berth.
Out.
They have a playoff berth still. Las Vegas does not have a playoff berth.
You should have blew them out.
You also blew Las Vegas out.
Look, you guys have been winning by the skin of your teeth.
But you got to think, though, that Kevin O'Connell's first year. This is his first year.
Playoffs.
And we made the playoffs. So, again, speaking of first-year coach and winning these games and going to the playoffs, it's amazing. So that's telling me, wait now for the chemistry. Wait now to see next year. Wait to see what this guy's going to do to Minnesota. Wait and see how he's going to treat Minnesota. I believe that we're going to win the Super Bowl in the next 2 years. I believe it. I fully believe Minnesota Vikings will be Super Bowl winners in 2 years. And it could very happen against Pittsburgh.
Better bring it in the playoff.
Oh, we will. We will.
3-point victories.
Hey, a win is a win. And
what I'm saying is, the 3-point victory.
A win is a win.
Teams you should stomp.
Hey, you know what? We are 2-2 against the Giants division. or conference, whatever.
I hear you.
So
I mean,
we
I watched a few Vikings.
and here's the thing.
games this year.
Here's I was looking at the playoff picture, right? If we don't get the first round bye and Washington scrapes by and wins, we play them first in the first round. We beat them by 10 points when we first played. And we get home field advantage this time again.
Was Chase Young playing in that game?
Nope, doesn't matter. Chase Young has no effect. None. Washington has quarterback issues right now. You see Carson Wentz is playing again, right?
Was Chase Young playing in?
He has no factor. Can Chase Young stop Jefferson? Can he stop Hawkinson? Can he stop Adam Thielen? Can he stop KJ Osborne? The question is no, he cannot.
It's not a matter of him stopping them. It's a matter of him getting to Cousins.
He ain't getting with his bum knee. He came back way too soon. He's not getting nobody. Kirk Cousins is going to throw 300 yards against Washington if they play.
Okay.
Stating facts here. Stating facts. I mean, the question is, can Washington get past Minnesota's defense? I mean, yes, we had some injuries happen up. We lost some players, but can they get past the defense that we have right now? The question is no. Minnesota's red hot. Red hot for a reason. Just saying.
Minnesota's red hot. Well, you know what? Minnesota is on a roll. I'll give you that, but it's been ugly.
I'm just saying. Teams better watch out.
I don't know about that, but it's been ugly. But they are winning. That's the point, right?
That is the point.
On Sunday.
That is the point. We got the Packers. We're going to talk about that later. But, yeah, that's the point. I mean, the question I got for everybody listening and for you, Holder, is do y'all really see Minnesota giving up Kirk Cousins? Back in my mind, I know my answer already, but I'm asking you and the fans and the listeners. Do y'all see Kirk Cousins in the purple uniform next year?
The question is, do you see them giving?
I see him gone. I don't see him being the future.
Who do you get to replace him?
He's
Get a rookie? Do you get a seasoned veteran? How many veterans are out there?
Right now there's a couple who could come available. So, I mean, anything is possible. I don't want Baker Mayfield, sorry, I can tell you that.
You guys might pick up Ryan Tannehill.
Hell no. I don't want him or Baker Mayfield, sorry ass.
Now you got to take one or the other.
I'd rather have Matthew Stafford.
Can you believe? You know what? We'll wait. I'll wait till we come to this team. Well, we can talk about this team right now.
Yeah, go ahead. Shoot.
No, you know what? I'll save it for later in the show.
Hey, Holder, I got a question for you.
It's kind of off subject, though.
Okay, we'll wait. If I got a question for you. How many weeks has it been since you beat me after I told you I was going to win and you wasn't going to win no more?
What are you talking about now?
Because I beat you the last 3 weeks, right? Again?
No, I believe we tied twice.
No, I beat you. I beat you week 15. That tie doesn't count. I beat you. That doesn't count.
No. What do you mean it doesn't count?
It doesn't. I beat you. It doesn't count. And why I say that? Because I beat you the week before that. Anyways, I beat you.
Why don't you go in the kitchen and get some cocoa and marshmallows? Because I think your brain is frozen.
You're just mad because I beat you last week. I mean, I didn't just beat you. I swept you. Like, I had every team that you went against me beat your team that you had winning. I swept you.
Where are you going with this morning?
I think this
Where are you
week.
taking this?
You know what? I'm just gonna give you a heads up. I think this week might be your week. That's what I'm going with. This week may be your week. Maybe your week.
Where are you taking this morning?
I'm just saying you might beat me this week. Might beat me. Just take that. Take that victory finally.
You're telling me that you know you made some bad picks this week.
I made some choosable, reasonable picks that might cost me. That might cost me.
Why did you make the picks? Were you like picking upsets or something?
I was picking a couple upsets, but one upset I was not picking was Tennessee beating Dallas. I don't see Tennessee beating Dallas with Willis at quarterback.
You're not giving the young buck the benefit of the doubt, huh?
No, especially against that defense.
The defense that gave up 34 points to a backup quarterback?
Yeah, that defense. Because I gotta think. Tennessee is one dimensional. All they do is run the ball. Run. Just saying. Speaking of that game's tomorrow.
What are they doing in Buffalo? I mean, not Buffalo, but in Baltimore. Aren't they running the ball?
You see how they're getting beat, right?
Just saying.
Just saying. You see how they're getting beat.
It's a dominant run.
I'm just saying. So week 17 picks are in, guys. Please comment, leave some comments for us. Let us know your thoughts on these picks. And at the end of the show, I'll let you know how you can do that. But tomorrow is Dallas, Tennessee. They're playing in Tennessee. Holder, we both have Dallas winning. My question to you is, why did you pick Dallas?
Well, it's pretty clear. Dallas, I don't know why I picked Dallas.
I know why I picked Dallas.
Are they at home?
No, Tennessee's at home.
I wanted to pick Tennessee.
I'm glad you did, because you did that. That was going to be questionable. Really bad questionable.
I wanted to pick Tennessee, but I think Dallas is trying to stay in the hunt in the East.
But Tennessee needs this win to stay in the playoffs.
Doesn't matter. If Tennessee gets to the playoffs, they're going to lose.
That's true. That is true. Wild card game, they would lose.
Yeah, Tennessee, like I told you, and I've been telling you this, Tennessee is not a powerhouse team to me.
They have been a powerhouse team since Steve McNair's eras and Eddie George. So
yeah, it's probably been that long. You're right.
I'm just being honest. I'm sorry, Tennessee fans, but I'm just being honest here. I remember Tennessee being phenomenal, back in the 90s and early 2000s with Eddie George, Steve McNair. They was really good.
They were good.
They wasn't better than the Rams when the Rams beat them Super Bowl, but they was good.
No, they weren't better than the Rams.
Nah.
And you should be ashamed for even thinking.
I said the Rams. I said it wasn't better than the Rams. It wasn't better than the Rams. But
why did you pick Dallas?
Because I told you I got Dallas. I don't see Willis being a quarterback to beat Dallas.
Why did you pick Dallas? What is?
Because Tennessee's one-dimensional.
You and I were talking back and forth before the draft. How good Willis was going to be. And then you were kind of skeptical because you're saying, well, looking at the division he's playing in college, blah, blah, blah.
So the last two games he played, he hasn't showed me nothing. And maybe because he don't get a lot of playing time, but he hasn't showed me nothing that he can compete in the NFL.
That's true. But like you said, it's not the playing time, it's the reps in practice.
That's true. And Tennessee has no good receivers either. So, Robert Woods don't count. He's always hurt. I'm just saying.
I knew you.
I'm just saying. Sorry, Titan fans, but I'm just being honest here. All the good players you guys have is King Henry. He's not even going to be the king no more. But y'all, that's all I have is Henry. That's it. He might as well play every position. Shoot, throw the ball to himself. Next up, we have Arizona and Atlanta at Atlanta. I got Atlanta winning this game. I feel like Arizona isn't a threat no more without Kamara.
You know what, Morgan? Let's look at the big picture with Arizona.
I'm looking at it. They're going to lose.
I think J.J. Watt's got a strong case for Defensive Player of the Year.
I don't think he's going to get it. I'm sorry to tell you that.
JJ's been playing pretty good, man.
He's not going to get it. That linebacker in New England is going to get it. That I can't. I don't know his name off the top of my head, but he has most sacks right now in the NFL. He's a sack leader this year.
Yeah, but it's more than just sacks.
Oh, he's playing really well over there in New England. I'll look up the stats toward the end of the show and I'll give them to you.
So you don't think Arizona can beat them?
Not with Colt McCoy. Matter of fact, not with Colt McCoy at all. Not even a little bit.
You've been hard on Colt McCoy for how long now?
He sucks. I don't know why he's still in the league.
You just don't give him the benefit of doubt. I mean, if he wasn't that good,
Oh,
he wouldn't be in the league.
I lied. So Judon, the New England player I was telling you about. So Nick Bosa has the most sacks now with 17 and a half. Judon has 15 and a half. So it's definitely a toss-up between Defensive Player of the Year now. I don't think J.J. Watt would get it, though. Just saying.
That's the buzz going around. That's the buzz.
If they do that, because
They're not saying he's going to get it, but he's making a good case.
I
to
mean,
get it.
I don't see it. He has 26 solo tackles, 7 assist tackles, 33 total tackles, 9.5 sacks. If he gets it, it's rigged. Because look at Nick Bosa, for example. He played the same games as JJ here. 39 solo tackles, 9 assist tackles, 48 total tackles, 17.5 tackles, 18 tackles for loss.
So you're telling me there hasn't been other things in the NFL that weren't rigged?
Yeah, like Tampa Bay Buccaneers winning that Super Bowl against Kansas City Chiefs. But
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying. I got Atlanta. I'm not. Again, I got Atlanta because I don't think Arizona is a tough team without Kyler Murray. Next up, we have Chicago and Detroit. I have Detroit because Detroit's shown me things this year. Like you said, you told me Detroit's been good. They have been good. Even though they got a blowout loss last week, I still think they're contenders for the playoffs. So I have them beating. I have them beating Chicago. Chicago's not there quite yet.
I agree. Normally I like to argue with you, but I don't think Chicago is.
And they're playing in Ford Field. And they're playing in Ford Field.
At least the Jets and the Jags and those guys, they're scaring people.
Oh, definitely. Detroit plays better against teams that's terrible compared to teams that's good. Like, when they're playing against terrible teams, they're like Detroit is a terrible team. Detroit's like a superstar team. When they play against good teams, they're like a really good team to watch for. If that makes sense.
Yeah. Chicago hasn't done.
They haven't done squat. Well, they won 3 games, maybe 4.
Fields is playing by himself. That's what it seems like.
And he might as well throw the ball to himself.
You see Fields running a 60, 70, 80-yard touchdown, and he's the only one that's productive.
I don't see him lasting in Chicago. When his contract's up, I think he would leave. And I'm not just saying that. I have a feeling he would leave. And that's going to be a big loss for Chicago.
Speaking of contracts, when we get to the game, I will bring up a question to you, and I want your honest opinion.
If it's the one I'm thinking about, he should not be on contract. Anyways, moving on to the next game, because I think I know what you're going to do. We both have Kansas City over Denver. I don't like Denver's chances here playing against Kansas City because I feel like Kansas City would blow them out of the water. Denver has been playing sloppy, has been playing like a JV football team, and Russell Wilson is playing like a little girl. Just throwing it out there. Sorry, Bronco fans, I'm being honest.
Ouch.
I mean,
I would never disrespect Russell Wilson like that.
He has been playing terrible. He has been playing terrible. Again, you can throw a cheerleader in there, Throw a cheerleader in there, and I guarantee that cheerleader is going to have more throwing yards and more touchdowns than Russell Wilson.
How you know what?
I
You
mean-
have to take along the fact that he's
I mean, all I heard
a team that
in the offseason when Denver got Russell Wilson is from Bronco fans, we're going to win a Super Bowl. We're going to the playoffs.
Super Bowl.
You guys are eliminated from the playoffs, first of all. Second of all, there's no Super Bowl appearance going to happen anytime soon. Just saying.
Well, I think they all know that now. It's not like, you know what? And that was the biggest trade in NFL history, right?
That was the worst trade in NFL because I think Seattle won that trade. Granted, Seattle got.
It was the biggest in history.
Oh, definitely.
It was also the worst, but
The worst for Seattle.
we saw it was the worst. It was the biggest trade.
The worst for Denver, but the biggest winners for Seattle. I mean, look at Seattle. With Geno Smith at quarterback, they're almost in the playoffs. Denver's eliminated. So, you tell me who won that trade. Moving on to the next game.
Pay attention. Focus.
We both have Miami over New England. You know I got Miami over New England. I don't care if Tua is hurt or not. I don't like Robert Kraft. I don't like New England. Robert Kraft is a sexual. You know what? I'm going to stop myself before I get any hate mail. I don't like New England.
I was getting ready to beat you out.
I have Miami winning. I have a questionable question here. Why'd you pick the Colts over?
Questionable question.
Yeah, because
Your question.
I'm hurting myself. I'm hurting myself when I ask you this question, and I don't want to ask you, right? But I'm going to ask you. What made you pick the freaking Colts over the Giants? And they're playing in New York.
Because I feel like the Colts will beat the sorry Giants.
No. You picked the Colts over the Giants.
You don't think Michael Pittman is going to tear them apart?
No.
Pittman is going to kill them, dude.
With Matt Ryan at quarterback? Matt Ryan. We're talking the same guy who's like 50 years old. I'm done talking to you. I'm done. I can't be serious with you no more. I can't believe you got the Colts winning. My heart, I'm about to have a heart attack.
You know I don't like the Giants.
I don't like the Giants, but I don't like the Giants. But here it is. Realistically, the Giants are going to smoke the Colts.
You know what? I'll collect those tears from you after I see the score of the game.
Oh, okay. They're going to smoke them. We both have Philadelphia over New Orleans. I like Philadelphia's chances here because Philadelphia is playing against a team who isn't going to be in the playoffs. But New Orleans can win and still keep hopes alive. But I'm sorry. I'm sorry, New Orleans fans. I have to go with Philadelphia here. They're playing in Philadelphia. I don't see the Saints upsetting them. I don't.
You know, it seems like that every pick that you make, you're going to be apologizing to fans.
No, negative. You put the Eagles too. Hold on, you picked the Philadelphia Eagles over Saints. The hell?
What are you saying? When you introduce the next pick, you're going to be like, "I'm sorry, such and such fan, but I don't see this happening."
Well, I don't see Tampa Bay beating Carolina. I don't. The way Tampa Bay's been playing, they've been playing like a bunch of sour. They've been playing like little girls. That's what I'm gonna say. Pansies. They've been playing like pansies. TB12 is supposed to be a great quarterback. He is terrible. He needs to retire. He needs to retire. I can't believe
this is a game. This game.
And Carolina has to win.
It's a game where you're saying I may beat you this week because of this pick you made.
No, next pick. Not this pick. Next pick.
Choosing Carolina over Tampa Bay.
Carolina's. They need to win out. They win the next two games, they're in the playoffs. So I'm going with Carolina. Since Baker Mayfield's sorry ass has been gone, Carolina's been winning.
I don't understand you, man.
I'm just stating facts. I have Washington over Cleveland next game. You pick Cleveland. I don't know why you pick Cleveland. I don't like Cleveland. And let me tell you why I don't like Cleveland. I don't like Cleveland because they got a sexual predator over there.
Please, Stop bringing that up. The
Just
whole world knows.
I'm just saying facts.
Crime as a fan. Just everybody knows.
I don't think he should be in the NFL.
are.
I think he should be in the NFL. I think he should be out. He should be banned. I mean, NFL banned Michael Vick for what, 18 months or something like that, for fighting dogs and killing them. This guy touches females and gets 11 game suspension.
Oh my God, dude! Please
Just saying.
take a volume or something, man. You're killing me.
Just saying. Moving on from that game. But I got Washington winning. Next game, we both have Jacksonville over Houston. I picked Jacksonville because Jacksonville, to me, is way better than Houston. What's your take on that Jacksonville game? I don't know why you keep laughing still. Anyways, why'd you pick Jacksonville?
Yeah, I feel the same way, man. Jacksonville is showing a lot of promise.
Oh, definitely.
They haven't been great, but they've shown a lot of promise.
They have been great, but they have the ability to make the playoffs still, which is good.
Jacksonville they've proven that they don't quit. They don't quit.
No, they don't back down.
To the end of the clock.
Definitely. They leave it all out in the field. Next game was the 49ers in Las Vegas. I have to go to 49ers here. 49ers are they're really scary right now, and that's with the third string quarterback. They're really scary.
So let me ask you this, Mr. Stats. Mr.
Go for it.
I've been waiting for this pick. I too had picked the 49ers. But the first question is, who's the leading rusher right now?
Who is? It's in Tennessee, I do believe. Let me look that up real quick. That's a good question.
It's Jacobs.
Are you sure about that?
Jacobs is the lead.
Oh shoot, he is only by 100 more yards than Henry. Yeah. What's that got to do with me?
The question is, can you believe that they didn't pick up his fifth-year option? And do you think he's going to stay there?
I didn't. I thought they was going to do it toward the end of the year this year. They haven't done it yet. He's out. I think he's going to leave. He's going to say he knows that contract. He wants to be a contender. He's seen Christian McCaffrey when he plays on 49ers. They're winning, right? Josh Jacobs will leave Las Vegas. Without a doubt, he's going to leave. He's going to go to a contender. Rather it be Jacksonville, rather it be maybe, and I'm just saying it, maybe Miami. I mean, but he's going to go to a contender.
Jacksonville with Travis Etienne out there.
Man, can you think about this, right? You have to have two good backs, right? Two strong backs. I'm just saying.
Yeah, 1-2 punch. Yeah,
exactly. I'm just saying. Maybe. I mean, I could see him maybe in the Rams. I mean, the Rams need a running back, so maybe the Rams. I don't know. In my heart, he's not going to be in Las Vegas after this year.
Yeah, I just learned about that myself, and I was like, there's no way. This dude has been lights out. Lights out.
I didn't know, because when I looked last, he was like third. Like, he was like 2 below Henry. I did not know. Wow. Yeah, it's crazy. That is crazy. Oh, the next pick. That is, man. That is. I thought they was going to pick it up toward the end of the year, but this year's almost over with. It happens, man. So what happens? We might have to re-revise that and be like, holy crap, breaking news, you know? So, next pick, you got the Jets over Seattle. I got Seattle over Jets. Seattle has shown me some promise here and there with Geno Smith at quarterback. So I got to go with Seattle here. I'm sorry. Sorry, Jets fans. You guys have some issues at quarterback.
You have been on Seattle like they are Super Bowl bound.
I didn't say Super Bowl. I said they would make the playoffs. They need to make the playoffs.
Season. You were like, Geno Smith, blah, blah, blah.
Because, I mean, have you seen Geno Smith's stats? Have you seen his stats?
I'm not a stats guy.
He is number 8. He is the 8th quarterback right now this year for passing.
I'm not a stats guy.
I'm just saying.
But
I'm just saying, and he's passing for 70 yards. He is the only quarterback that has a 70-yard rating right now for completion passes. 70%. That is more than Patrick. That is better than Patrick Mahomes. Is better than Joe Burrow. By the way, those guys are number 1 and 2. Justin Herbert's number 3. Better than the great Tom Brady. I mean, come on now. Geno Smith is going to be. He's going to be the starter somewhere next year. And speaking of Smith, he hasn't made the Pro Bowl for
maybe in the XFL, maybe.
I doubt that. Speaking of Geno Smith, this is his first time being in a Pro Bowl, and he's been in the league for 10 years.
He must be an alternate. He can't be.
He made the Pro Bowl. Pro Bowl.
He's an alternate.
He made the Pro Bowl.
Come on, man.
I'm just saying.
Geno Smith is on one side of the stadium selling popcorn, and Baker Mayfield is selling hot dogs.
Man, why you gonna bring?
Okay.
Geno Smith is tied for 4 touchdowns. He's tied for 4th. Tied, and he's only throwing 9 interceptions. Seriously, 9. And you trying to tell me this guy's terrible?
This is another pick where you went south.
No, we're gonna see because we're gonna see. Next game is.
I'll be collecting your tears. I'll be collecting your tears from that one too.
No, that's my upset pick right there. The next game is the lovely Minnesota Vikings playing Green Bay Packers. I'm a Minnesota fan. I got Minnesota to win this game. Green Bay is gonna lose. Sorry, Packer fans.
Morgan.
What? Are you crying? Are you
In
crying?
my honest opinion, I was going to pick Green Bay, but I know how sensitive you are.
No, you want to pick Green Bay? Go for it. Pick them. Pick them.
It's too late. Picks are
No, that's not too late. You want to change it? You can.
know that I said it on this show. Green Bay is going to beat the Vikings, but I picked the Vikings because they've been.
Okay, so let me ask you this quick, because let me tell you, when the Vikings and Green Bay played the first time, Vikings smoked them. It wasn't by 3 points either. They smoked them. They smacked them with the paddle like they was in trouble from a principal.
So let me ask you this,
We have
principal.
What?
In division play, has any team spanked a division rival twice in one season?
Oh, no, but it's going to happen.
Spanked.
It's going to happen this year right here. Minnesota's going to spank Green Bay. Green Bay cannot stop Cook. They cannot stop Jefferson. And now we got T.J. Hawkinson. They're not going to stop that guy either, let alone Adam Thielen. And if K.J. Osborne comes alive like he has been in the last 2 games, it's going to be unstoppable. Unstoppable, I promise you.
I like your faith in your team. You should have that. I can admire that moxie, but sometimes you have to be realistic.
I'm being realistic. Minnesota's going to win by 14 points.
14.
14. Minnesota's going to win by 14 points.
Is that 14 to nothing? Is that 21-7?
It's going to be 21-7. Maybe it could, they might blow Green Bay out. I don't know, but I'm giving Minnesota 14 points. They're going to beat Green Bay by 14. Next pick is going to be the Chargers and Rams. I have the Chargers beating the Rams, even though Baker Mayfield had a okay game last week. I don't see him beating the Chargers defense.
I had a problem with this game. Not that I trust Baker Mayfield to beat the Chargers. I don't trust the Chargers to beat the Rams.
That is true. Look. I mean, that is true. I'll give you that. I can't argue. I gotta agree with you on that one. You're right.
The Chargers have been such a disappointment this season.
And I had high hopes for him in week 1.
I had the same high hopes, man, but they've just been. Now they won this weekend, but
If they win this weekend, they will make the playoffs. But they would not win the wild card round. They were losing the wild card round. And why I say that is because they're not ready. They're not ready for the big game like that. I'm sorry.
It was painful for me to watch that Colts Chargers game.
Oh God!
It was like,
And you know what's crazy is that you said Minnesota when they play against the Colts, you said Minnesota should smack them. Chargers should have smacked them too.
yeah.
I mean, I think
Just
what Herbert had an interception and a fumble.
yeah.
So
And, oh my gosh, the hit that what's his face? What's his name? The safety, Derwin James.
James, yeah.
Oh man, when they played it, the pop in that, and
He's going to be a problem.
He used his shoulder, but he did lead with his helmet.
Yeah, but things happen. Things
I
happen.
love the way he plays.
He's going to be a problem in the next couple of years. I promise you that. He's going to be an
I
issue.
love the way he plays. He's good.
You know, he kind of reminds me of a Sean Taylor almost, but not as good as Sean Taylor. But he has that enthusiasm like Sean Taylor does.
Well, there'll never be there'll never be another.
Oh no, I have to give you that.
Taylor was doing it. Sean Taylor was good. If Sean Taylor went his whole career, there wouldn't have been never another Sean Taylor.
Oh, definitely not. I have to agree with you. I'm just saying he brings that
It would have
defense.
been hard for Sean to adjust to the rules.
Oh yeah, especially after that Pro Bowl game when he hit that punter. Man, I wish the young kids would know about Sean Taylor. Man, he was very very good. Hold it, this next pick, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. I wanted to pick Baltimore because Lamar Jackson's coming back. They're playing in Baltimore, but I want to head one with Pitt, just because I know that's your team and I like you.
Don't do me no favor, jackass. I told you. Pick who you want. I'm not as sensitive as you are.
We don't know.
Be there for you.
I mean, I know you're sick this week, so I had to, I don't want you to yell at me. I had to go with Pittsburgh, and that's a late game, ain't it? Is that the late game this week?
It's been moved. Yeah, it's been moved.
So that's a big game, man. The next pick is going to be the Monday night game. I have Cincinnati beating Buffalo, and the reason why I got Cincinnati is they're playing in Cincinnati, but Buffalo has been losing, winning, and Cincinnati has been winning this past 7 games. I mean, so that's why I got the Bengals win.
I think good things must come to an end sometimes, and I think Buffalo's the team.
But you know,
break that winning streak.
I know we got to get ready to wrap it up. Got to get ready for work. But one last thing before we wrap it up is that the Bengals. Me and you talked about the Bengals. They haven't showed us no promise. They're not going to be Super Bowl contenders this year. They're not going to be playoff contenders. But right now, they're playoff contenders because the way they've been playing toward the middle of the season. I'm not saying Super Bowl contenders. I'm saying playoff contenders.
Who are you talking about?
The Bengals. Me and you talk about the Bengals. We talk about.
Did you really say that?
Yes, they're playoff contenders, but not Super Bowl contenders. They will make the playoffs, but they will not make Super Bowl. Sorry, Bengal fans. I have a cousin that's a Bengal fan. Sorry, Landon. I'm sorry, Landon. I know you're a Bengal fan, but I'm being real. Bengals won't make the Super Bowl, but they will make the playoffs. They will make the playoffs.
So, in your football wisdom, let's do a 5-year predicament.
5-year predicament? Here's the thing, man. The Bengals can't.
Not prediction.
I'm going to say.
Predict.
I'm going to say 5 years from now, the Bengals will be in Super Bowl, but they won't win.
Let me give you the predicament already. Bengals, are they strong?
Yes, they are.
Browns, are they strong?
Hell no.
5 years.
Nope.
So you think
It's gonna be. It's gonna come out of.
contract, was it? Did he have a 4-year contract?
He did. He did. Watson.
Yeah, sex offender.
Yep, the sex offender. Bill Cosby Jr. Yeah, Bill Cosby Jr. did get a 4-year.
Okay, whatever.
So my final prediction is going to be Pittsburgh #1 in the AFC North, with Bengals right there behind them, and then you got the Ravens, and then the sorry ass Browns.
Oh my God, you're killing me over here. You are killing me over here. Stop.
Tell me if I'm lying. Tell me if I'm lying. Pittsburgh to be #1 in the next 5 years, or longer in AFC North, and then Cincinnati. Then you got Boston without Lamar Jackson, and then the sorry ass Browns with the sex offender.
So that's your prediction.
Yep.
Is that Lamar won't be there?
Nope. He's going to be in the purple and gold with the Vikings.
But then you won't have a quarterback. You'll just have an extra wonder back.
Yeah, that's true. You're right. Baker Mayfield will be in Baltimore, though. Baltimore pick up Baker Mayfield.
Okay. Now you must be on the sauce.
I just want to. I know I got. I work with some Baltimore fans, and I just want to throw it out there. That's all.
Don't do that to Baltimore.
Speaking of, before we go off, speaking of coworkers, I have a coworker who says Baker Mayfield is good. Yes, I told this coworker I was going to bring this up this next broadcast. I can't believe he said that. I can't believe he said that Baker Mayfield was good. If Baker Mayfield was so good, why didn't the Browns not win a Super Bowl with Jarvis Landry, him, and Odell? I'm just saying. Why didn't they win a Super Bowl?
Well, Skip Bayless said that Baker Mayfield was good too, but you know how we feel about some of these analysts.
That's true. I feel like we should get paid the money they get paid because we know some more than what they know.
I mean, every player has a diehard fan somewhere, right?
But Baker Mayfield? Baker Mayfield? What a fan! I stopped believing in Baker when he played in Oklahoma University.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what Baker Mayfield did to you, but
he's overrated. He sucks. He's not great. And he thought he came in the league thinking that he was God's greatest gift. Turned out he was God's worst gift.
He was very arrogant.
Oh, I can't lose. I'm better than Peyton Manning. I'm better than whoever. Like, that's what he felt like. He felt like he was the greatest.
He was out of line, but
And he's not that great. I can see. And
time would tell.
And I don't say this enough. Patrick Mahomes is one soft-spoken guy. Like, he's humble. He don't say I'm the greatest. He don't say I'm the best. He lets his game speak for itself, and I don't like that. He's very humble, and I like that.
So that's what you got against Baker Mayfield.
No, he just sucks.
Arrogant.
He just sucks.
A-hole.
He just sucks. With that being said, listeners, subscribers, I appreciate y'all listening to me ramble for an hour and 9 minutes. If you guys got any thoughts, any comments, please reach out to us. Let us know. You can reach out to us on our email, and that's thirddownwithmorganholder, 3rd-down with morganholder@gmail.com. So please reach out. Also, we have a YouTube page. Our YouTube page is Third Down with Morgan Holder, 3RD Down with Morgan Holder. Please reach out, like us, subscribe, comment. I like the feedback. And anytime you guys comment, if you give us feedback, the next episode, I'll read that comment and give you our thoughts. That being said, Holder, don't let fourth down get you.
Well, Morgan, I can appreciate that sentiment. And my sentiments exactly. Stay penalty free, my friend, until our next show. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll chat you on the next one.